Azura Tidehaven first met the sunrise on 11 May 1999 inside a teak wood shack balanced on stilts above the milky turquoise shallows of Ayatutiki Lagoon, Cook Islands. Outside, reef herons lifted on the pink hush, and her mother, a globe-trotting ukulele singer who tucks pressed tea plant petals inside her pick pouch, riffed a honey progression that made coffee mugs wobble on the rail. Her father, a lagoon mare diver who sketches cloud manta rays on waterproof slates, leaned so near their freckles blurred together and promised his newborn that dockside chatter, hallway side eyes, and clothing racks that tap out after size 14 would always move out of the way when a person stands full in her outline. Curves had rolled through the Tidehaven line since a great-grandmother rewove fishing nets into chapel veils, so nobody panicked when baby Azura shredded a second Peru before the kettle squealed. Nana Vi threaded a nylon needle through every tear, patched them with scraps of retired sail, and laughed that 2 extra inches of fabric cost pennies while forcing a child to shrink could cost her the whole horizon. Primary classrooms smelled of pencilwood, coconut donuts wafting from the canteen, and sea salt drifting through slatted windows. Azura already rose half a head taller than classmates, blotting the projector beam whenever she traced humpback migration on the pull-down map. One breezy recess, 2 boys hop-skipped circles chanting barge, barge, each time her jandals smacked the chalk grit. That night, she walked the tide line, gathered soda caps burnished pearl by surf, threaded them on fishing line, stitched the rattling chain down her seafoam hoodie, and strolled into class at dawn, scattering rainbow freckles across the peeling ceiling tiles. A visiting reading coach caught 7 shaky seconds on a prepaid phone, posted the shimmer to a fledgling video nook, and by lunch, 15,000 strangers applauded the girl who changed teasing into lighthouse spark. Azura inked a promise beside subtraction drills. Clouds crowd only until you flash them bright. Saturdays belonged to the town pier where her mother's ukulele loops mingled with diesel coughs from charter boats, fry pan sizzles, and gulls begging for tuna trimmings. Store jeans quit halfway up her thighs, so Azura swapped tip jar coins for sun-bleached gill net, unraveled it into rope, crocheted high-rise culottes, misted frigabird silhouettes with squid ink, and posed at papaya sunset against rust-stripped pylons while her cousin snapped grainy frames. She tucked every image into a blog called Lagoon Lantern, the same week a photo-sharing app flooded across Pachi Island towers. Captions bounced between local slang and straight truths like curves anchor gusts better than seawalls. Before 16 candles fizz, 51,000 unseen hearts tapped the little heart under every mango-lit post. Proof glowing rectangles hush cafeteria whispers quicker than any teacher whistle. A renewable energy scholarship hoisted her across the Pacific to the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Daylight drowned in wave tank labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour malasada truck, glowing neon guava under swaying palms. The heat lamp doubled as her softbox. Between Hopia orders, she filmed 90-second reels, folding wax paper into hibiscus hairpins while explaining dart rotation in half surf, hush, half lecherzine. One upload blade well clicks over a lo-fi shuffle while she chain-stitched reflective anchor braid into thrift denim. 46 hours later, the counter cruised past 1.3 million. Island-style blogs crowned her the Malasada couturier, yet every sponsor email froze at size 16. She filed each pitch in a folder marked shrinking nets, wiped cinnamon sugar off her cuff, and rolled another order. Cyclone Watch Week brought an email from Columbia Sportswear asking her to co-design a storm shell capsule called Coral Pulse. Azura wrote back 3 Reeve Rock demands: patterns up to 60-inch hips, half the crew hired from community college fashion programs, and 10% of net profit pledged to lagoon cleansing seagrass beds from Rarotonga to Raiatea. Columbia agreed by sunrise. The shoe opened on the sand key where just hatched green turtles carved commas toward glassy swell. Azura coached paddleboarders of every curve, slicing calm water, while a drone drew lazy infinity figures overhead. When the lookbook landed, every extended size jacket vanished in 41 hours across 27 countries, and Lagoon Lantern leapt beyond 700,000 sparks. Powdered sugar still dusted her sleeve as she balanced her phone on a flower crate, ducked behind sacks of poi mix, and live-streamed tear-bright thanks beneath buzzing fluorescence. with a sparkle of gratitude. If this tide already lifts your pulse, tap subscribe right now. That single click keeps your seat at the rail, so next week's voyage splashes into your queue before algorithm wines can drift it away. Check the description anytime for a link that maps the smartest path to authentic love, tested tips that help real connection bloom and nudge any woman's heart toward yes. Spotlight shimmer attracted rumor goes. A clickbait vlog claimed Azura cinched metal plates round her waist beneath coral pulse shells. At dawn, she paddled a cedar board past mangrove ribbons, planted bare feet in sports bra and linen shorts, traced every stretch stripe with crushed bougainvillea, and riffed a ukulele, run so raw pelicans pause mid-glide. 10 million viewers reposted the jam-tagged bougainvillea proof, brushing pink pollen across their own curves until gossip slipped beneath the tide. Truck wages, braided with capsule royalties, and whipped into Tidehaven butter, a cloud of coconut milk cream, lime leaf oil, and mica sparks that glow seashell white under foam flash. 19,010s cooled on her father's chart desk, lids tied with braided cast net rope. Each tag stamp moisturize your horizon. Inventory drained in 82 minutes, lifting $196,000. 20% seeded Beacon grants sending industrial surgers and underwater microphones to plus-size teens in island schools from Samoa to Suva. 8 months later, 36 grant recipients streamed a floating fashion and dolphin song gala aboard a retro pearl lugger, dressed in solar fairy lights, sunrise beaming into classrooms from Kingston to Kodo. Honolulu Fashion Week birthed new jetty legend when a rogue blower shredded her sapphire mesh gown from hip to shin 90 heartbeats before runway. Azura yanked neon dock rope off a light rig, laced the rib like hiking hooks, and walked as if the splice lived in every sketch. Shutters cracked like kettle corn. Vogue Pacific called it rope cadence rescue, and another million lantern sparks lit before drums thundered the after party into night. Storm talks rose again when a displaced 8 leaked cropped emails suggesting she demanded mahi-mahi towers and chauffeured catamarans for her rescue albatross Echo. She posted the full chain refillable water coolers, lentil stew for crew, caption tablets for deaf stylists, then funneled that month's affiliate surge, $137,000 into biodegradable crab trap pallets off Moorea. Fans echoed her jetty mantra. Receipts shine brighter than rumor grit until whispers die like slack tide. By midsummer, her numbers shimmered jade. 6.9 million Instagram companions, 3.5 million real voyagers, 2 million faithful channel subscribers, engagement dancing near 10%, and rewriting brand handbooks. Cartier invited her to headline Topaz Surge inside Kilea point service lens she accepted once Cartier funded therapy stipends for reef survey divers rattled by bleaching events. The finish reel, her wrist scattering amber shards across iron struts, now stands as Cartier's most saved post this year. Family steadies her keel. Twice a month, she streams Porcelain Groove, mom swirling brass flourishes beside a propane griddle, dad reciting cloud haiku, Azura flipping thrift denim while Echo shuffles through powdered sugar. One show cracked 9 million views when the birds sneezed glitter onto the lens. A seabird refuge now sponsors each stream, tagging rehabilitated albatrosses with solar beacons financed by Tidehaven butter. But her revenue skimmed past $12 million before its second equinox. Azura leased a silent fish processing shed, punched skylights through corrugated tin, and hired furloughed net menders plus design grads to whip custard and knotlets by hand during midday ukulele house sets. Efficiency scouts begged for shrink bands. She echoed Nana's creed, fingertips keep legends longer than plastic, and rope ties stayed. Her feed sings Roscoe weather. Basalt cliff portraits lounge beside Malasada Van Celsius, captioned same sky, different tide. Breath loops recorded in lava tubes, printable resilience pages in English and Maori, and sliding scale therapy links fill the description carousel. 133,000 followers call her shoreline candor their first calm harbor. Community rides glow under crushed shell spray. Hundreds pedal sunset causeways wearing Tidehaven butter on clavicles and at least CO tassels on spokes. Ticket money fattens beacon grands and outfits wheelchair snorkel lifts at Crystal Springs. Chowder huts ladle late. Shrimp stew bowls jump 15% on ride nights. Azura leads on a vintage cruiser with Echo plush buckled front, stopping to knot any rider's loose lace. She is revising her memoir, Currents Keep Names, due next spring in 11 languages, while a documentary crew trails her blueprint to convert retired navigational buoys into floating maker labs for atoll schools. Puma's wide Tway wave lantern sneaker lands next quarter, threaded with reflective rope and cushioned by algae foam, steering 10% of revenue into Beacon nurseries around the Polynesian Triangle. Second droplet of encouragement. If your subscribe badge still flashes red, tap it to Tranquil Gray now. One calm press promises next week's tide flows into your notifications before algorithm undertow rearranges your docs. And remember, there's a link in the description ready to guide you step by step toward magnetic romance, the proven path for making genuine sparks fly every time. Playback settles into hush, fresh Tidehaven butter jars, instant Beacon Grant portals, tonight's Porsche Line Groove playlist, and that discreet love compass all wait below. Free, open, one click away. If the soda cap spine shimmer, rope lace gown rescue, or echo glitter sneeze lifted even half a grin, smash like, share your brightest ripple in the comments, and forward this voyage to a friend who sells hang slack. Every curve reroutes currents, every scar refracts moonlight, and the Pacific bows to anyone placing two steadfast feet on the pier and greeting tomorrow eyes wide. Bless soft breeze across the mic. Subscribe right now, claim your rail, grab that love link in the description, and meet me on the next rising tide when another story glimmers beyond the breakers and courage calls your name again.